The mother of all layoffs has arrived. The term operational efficiency is being recorded in public transcripts from corporate companies at the highest rate ever. It's amazing that anybody on Main Street knows or instinctually feels this, but the people running this country are still trying to crack the case. Makes you wonder.
Something is going on. There are so many layoffs, especially in tech. Welcome to another episode of Lemon. I hope you can take in this information and really digest it. It's a lot. So let's get into it. I will see you at the back end.
I've been laid off 3 times in the past 2 years, and I have some trauma, so let's talk about it. So in 2022, I left a stable job at Square. I was there for 4 years. And I went into Web3 and startups. And the first job I got had about 1,000 employees. They laid off over 800 people. I was brought into meetings saying I was safe while I was on PTO, and then my Slack access was cut a few hours later. Second job was a startup within a startup incubator. The incubator was having some issues, but everyone told that we're safe. And guess what happened 2 weeks later? Everyone got laid off. Company after that joined immediately. They did layoffs in the first 2 weeks. Was not looking too good. Eventually got laid off from that one as well. So yeah, layoffs is something I stress about every single day. When you're doing work in an environment where there's no psychological safety, it is very, very stressful.
I know I said I was going to comment on the back end, but I just had to comment on his video. It really baffles me that the generation of the 70s and even the 60s, they they don't understand what is taking place right now. It's almost like they forgot that when they were coming up, there were really no billionaires. People wasn't as greedy as they are now. The level of greed in the upper class is just so outrageous. It's not even funny. Were there people who were well off and doing had a lot of generational wealth from generations ago? Yeah. But newly big millionaires, I'll actually have to look that up. That's something to look into. People who became millionaires in the 70s, I would like to know. But man, that was it really opened my eyes up of how unstable the job market is. Even before all these layoffs, it was unstable. The tech industry particularly felt like it was a place of stability, but now we know it was all a lie.
Intel fires 15,000 employees, but as an added perk, they're offering free coffee in the break room. No, my friends, this is not fake news. This is a real corporate America idea to boost workplace morale.
I've always said there needs to be a place for the people that just wants a job. They just want a job, do their job, clock in, clock out. They don't want to go out and seek new ideas and figure out a vision of what, this one thing can turn into. They don't have any ideas. They just want to clock in, get paid, go home. That is a thing. It's crazy to say, but it is a thing of the past because before the industrial revolution, which brought about this type of 9 to 5 industry, people were on farms. And I'm seeing a lot more people getting back into the land, getting back into farming. But by the time they realize that's a possibility, all the farms in the US, particularly, would be bought up by corporations because they are buying them up at this moment. And I don't know if people are paying attention to it. So, if people wants to go back to this rural lifestyle, because again, the industrial go go getting 9 to 5 hustle is no longer a thing that is, I won't say profitable, it's no longer expected of us as we see AI and robots taking over. At one point in time, there was a person that did what a computer does, and they were called a computer. So I don't want to seem like da, like don't didn't you expect this to happen? I'm not even in that. I'm not even saying that in this mode. But what I'm saying is the writing is on the wall. AI, robotics are taking over. Unless these people in tech will become hackers, I don't really see any. I feel like they're just taking this, just laying down. They're not. I mean, I'm sure there are people who became disgruntled and they did some things to these companies to mess them up, and they think that they're not, I won't say winning, that they are winning in their money bag. I don't know, not money bag, but they're winning um by laying off these people for profits. But you're putting a lot of technically savvy people out there, and who knows, these people have the ability to do some really destructive things with their talent to the same set AI and computer system that they're depending on. So I don't even know if they taught this thing true. So as the first lady was saying, she was saying that they're trying to boost morale. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna work. They're so cheap. They're so, you know, they sold people in tech a dream of all these niceties, which they did for quite some time. And again, tech seemed like it was going to be the place you can kick up your foot and retire in. But as we see, it didn't last very long. It didn't. I don't even think that the way how the tech industry is currently, it's only been this way for roughly 15 years, 10 to 15 years. It hasn't even been that long. The people who are quote unquote CEOs, they were the pioneers of a lot of these industries, because these industry went to school, they went to college in the 70s, and they were the ones that pioneered these things. These are the people who are on the top, and they've only been in these industries for what, 30 years. They're fairly young CEOs, and they've paid themselves handsomely, and they just don't care. So I don't even know what's going to be happening. My prediction is people will think it's too late. Governments actually have to put things in place to come up with creative ways to train people up. And I'm shocked they haven't done that in the U.S. market. I really, really, really am shocked that they haven't put out free classes, free schooling for people to pick up new skills. The only thing I would tell people to do at this moment is to find a developing country to move to. That's it. Because your skills, if you're very good at your skills, you can probably do really well in a developing country. That's the only advice I think I would have. And that's it. I will see you at the next video. But I think you would like this one. Click it. Go ahead and click it. Thank me in the comment section. See you next time. Bye bye.